Hey, YouTube, we're going live here. How's it going? Um, Soon I'll hit the record button. We're going to check out the latest memes on my Twitter. I got one up here. Japan has a new adult cream pie. We'll get to that one. Let me scroll back up to the top. Make sure everybody can see everything. One problem I was having, it's a little bit dark for some reason. OBS is just picking this up a little bit dark. So I'll make sure I fix that at some point. This is the live broadcast, and we are gonna start recording right now. Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is the February 14th, Saturday, Valentine's Day meme review. Let's do it. Let's jump in. So the first thing I got for you here is my top Twitter pin. We got me playing Resident Evil the original. Okay, what the hell is this? It ends there. Oh, no it doesn't. Okay. That was my top video game recently. Resident Evil 1. New Resident Evil comes out February 26th, which is basically Resident Evil 9. Called Resident Evil Requiem. So I played the remastered version. Been checking out food lately on the old Twitter. Trying to get that out there. Healthy meal. This was what we opened the chat with. Adult cream pie. This is now available in Japan. So I don't know why it's adult. Why can't children have? Weird place. All right, next meme. This is my favorite movie, Starship Troopers. Anybody else a fan? Dizzy and Rico. They get caught in bed. Glad these two got together in this movie. Always some interesting gifs on the old Twitter. I'll move this over so you can see it. What do we got here? Dizzy in the shower. Yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes as a kid. How about this one? So I get the joke. I like it. The reply I would have is, why not both, right? Like, the only thing I don't like about Ozempic is if you just take Ozempic and you don't learn the fitness steps, so to speak, steps. But the real answer here is both. So yeah, try with the ground beef, but why? I don't hate on Ozempic. I think it's kind of changing the culture too. Um, you know, fat acceptance is kind of being calmed down a bit, and Ozempic is kind of changing the tides. It's gotten cheaper too, right? I've tried it once. I'll probably try it again. But I've done heaps and bounds with my diet. Okay, old 1970s style cigarette machine. I just bowled a 115. It's time for a trip to flavor country. Yeah, this is nostalgic for anybody who's like older than 25. These were everywhere. You know, Coke machines and payphones and cigarette machines. And yeah, nostalgia hits hard the older you get, huh? Again, just healthy meals. The only thing you don't know when you eat in public and you pay for something like this, what kind of oils are they cooking this in, right? Because vegetable oil is terrible. I love a good beer over here behind me. Unfortunately, again, I'm just cleaning up my diet. The other thing I'll say, French fries in basically every restaurant fried with something terrible. We saw that beef tallow thing with RFK, the new health general in the U.S. The thing about even that beef tallow that Steak and Shake introduced, it still had weird preservatives in it. It wasn't like pure beef tallow. You kind of can't get away from this country. You can try to cook at home, and I do, but still just extremely hard to get away from the food. Even your meats will have hormones in it, but I've been eating clean lately, and it's been doing a lot for me. Same thing, right? Like the rice, who knows how it was cooked, right? That stuff. All these vegetables fried in vegetable oil's terrible for you. What is in this avocado ranch sauce? Is it some kind of soybean oil? Probably. All right, let's check out Rampage. That was a cool game. I don't know if anybody remembers Rampage. Got the sound going here. Rampage. I'm guessing this is from the 90s. I know they had a Super Nintendo version. There it is. New tag. Computer shortcut keys. How you guys with shortcuts? They are superpower if you can do them, right? Make these a little bit bigger. Not bad. I'll tell you what. Cyberpunk style is still my favorite. You probably tell by VTuber. The one thing I'll say is these type of gals get so much hate in public, I feel like. And I don't know why, because it's all over online. Maybe it's just my algorithm, but I think this style is awesome. Like, I think it's really cool. The AI art and graphic art is just getting more and more popular with more and more creators creating it, and it's everywhere now. And it's got me. It's gorgeous. I mean, I'm a VTuber, so of course I'm gonna like it. Gonna work out, like I said, trying to be fit, trying to get my fitness in. Honestly, even just walking will do it. It's more about the kitchen, 100%. Take your bra off and smoke a joint. Again, abstaining from alcohol and marijuana and anything like that. Unfortunately, unfortunately. But anybody who enjoys partaking, I certainly don't mind. Be safe out there. Take your bra off and smoke a joint. I want a company that builds appliances out of pure spite for big tech. No Wi-Fi, no touchscreens, just 40 pounds of American steel that refuses to die until the year 2066. So a lot of us still have some of these type of appliances. My furnace is from literally 1952. And the thing about a furnace is, like, if you keep up with maintenance, which is not difficult, it's like this guy's saying, it's gonna last forever. It's gonna last forever. You know? It's made out of steel. You gotta change the burner out once in a while, make sure the chimney's clean. That's it. Keep going. Keep going forever. Alright, next up. Let's see what declarations of memes got for us. This is kinda good one. I remember this one. Let's start it over. Why did the Mexican take anti-anxiety medication? Why? For Hispanic attacks. Is panic attacks? Yeah. More cats on the internet. Shocker. What's next? Hamsters? More food again. Looks delicious. I would just ask, like, what's this sauce made out of, right? What? If this is pan fried, what kind of oil did they use, you know? So, tough stuff out there. Can't really buy anything at a restaurant. Is the steak undercooked or perfectly cooked? I'd be fine with this cook. It depends on the meat. Pretty red. Parasites, sure, but it looks delicious. StarCraft, Retrotech Dreams. StarCraft is that was probably my favorite game as a kid. It was the first one you could really play online. First really big one to me. I'm sure, you know, I didn't get into Warcraft, but I loved StarCraft. I love StarCraft. I'll probably start playing StarCraft again. I looked into it recently, and you can play on Blizzard's website. They still support it. It's that popular. I know it's really popular in Korea. I'll get some on the channel for sure. Girl dinner. So, I think this is a great snack. Obviously, no protein. And if you had this for dinner, it's tough because there are a lot of stimulants in here. So you got blackberries, blueberries, and dark chocolate. Dark chocolate and blueberries actually are pretty stimulating. This is probably better lunch. Probably better mid-morning snack or lunchtime kind of dessert. It looks delicious. Let's keep going here. Yep, it's been food lately for me. I rotate, which you know, I got a lot of hobbies, a lot of interests. Lately, it's been food. Wanted to get that on the timeline. Get some ideas for the kitchen. Cruelty is how weak people pretend to be powerful. Cruelty is how weak people pretend to be powerful. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's plenty of strong people that are cruel as well. I mean, governments are very cruel all the time. So, I guess it's a good thought if some jerk is being mean to you. But, you know, nothing nice to say. What do we got here? A legacy. I think we got all the Resident Evil games. Let's see if I can zoom in. I don't think it'll let me zoom in any further. Yeah, it won't. The original Resident Evil, 1996. Resident Evil 2, 1998. Resident Evil 3, Nemesis, 1999. I have all of those as remasters. I believe for the Xbox One, that kind of generation, right around 2014, they remastered all those. They're in HD, 1080p, and they look pretty good. Uh, I played it on YouTube a little bit, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Again, February 26th, Resident Evil 9, Rec Room. It's down here in the corner. Catch the tidal wave. Just some cute art. Got a Ninja Turtle in there. I love Ninja Turtles. I'll be playing them on the stream for sure. Got Mario. Who doesn't like Mario? Descent. I'm pretty sure I played this one as a kid. I had this on my computer. There were so many computer games in like the 90s. One of my favorite games was Chex Quest. It came with Chex cereal. I loved it. I absolutely love that game. So goofy. How many games back there? Doritos also made a game that I still have. I'll play that on the stream. It's like a racer, and then you can also be like a sniper. You're sniping out cars. It's pretty cool. I'll play that one on stream. This might be the greatest apartment view ever. Let's take a look. So what I love about it is the natural light. The natural light, and he can probably keep his windows open, even like if he's getting dressed or something. Because someone would have a telescope to spy on him. And I'm not saying it's not possible, but you know, so much natural light right next to those computer screens. That's nice. I'll tell you, some improvements that I'm going to be making to my office soon. I'd like to hardwire everything and get the actual computers sort of 10 feet away from me. The radiation is better for you. And also, anything wireless gives off much more radiation than anything wired. So, like, I think I'm even gonna like pull my Wi-Fi card out of my tower and just use Ethernet. Types of coffee. I'm back on coffee. I gotta tell you, I think my cortisol is fucked right now. and it makes it hard to lose weight when your stress is all out of whack. Stress isn't bad. Stress is a driver, and it's healthy to have stress. Your cortisol peaks around 8 a.m., and that's what time I drink my coffee too. I think I was drinking a little bit too much, and I think it was screwing with my stomach and screwing with my cortisol. You know, too much coffee and you'll wipe out your stomach, and you constantly have to be aware of your probiotics, right? Your biotics in your stomachs. So I'm down to 500 milliliters, just like 2.5 cups. I'm gonna try to get down to 400 and see how I feel then. Again, just cortisol spikes, belly fat won't go away. They say it's calorie in, calorie out. What they don't say is like, if you're built with a better metabolism, that calorie out is a lot easier, you know? It's only half the story, calorie in, calorie out. Happy Valentine's Day, that's cute. So, get over here. The ninjas are holding each other. Sub-Zero was always my favorite. As I got older, Scorpion was pretty cool. I think just throwing the dagger and then pulling off the hit with the get over here was harder for me than throwing a freeze and doing like a jump kick, you know? I don't know. I just liked, I always liked the winter. I like skiing, snowboarding. This is my date for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I feel that. This is also my date for Valentine's Day. Move this over again so we can see the gifts that are behind me. What's going on over here? I made my mouse real big. I feel like it's working. GoldenEye 007, Paul's Music vibe. Yeah, I heard this song so many times. This was Health, I think, and Shield. I think that's the way that worked. So good. 4K wallpapers. I wish this guy would tweet some horizontals. You know, desktops. He's got all verticals. Love a good train. Got a train set myself. Love a good train set. Any engineers out there, so to speak? Love the trains. More healthy food. Only thing wrong with this picture is the orange juice, right? Again, this one a lot harder to screw up because the only thing you can do wrong is use the wrong oils cooking these. But you're hard boiling the eggs. Grape oil still got some of the yolk left. You want that yolk still jelly. You don't want it cooked all the way through. The more you cook anything, the more you're cooking out the nutrients. You want to eat as raw as possible. You want raw. Raw, no oil, while cooking, and then get rid of the orange juice. Just like water with maybe a little salt. This is a cute one. A CG horror.
CG horror on X or else. Hello, darling. I, the Baroness, want you to follow CG horror on X or else.
I followed
Hello,
him,
darling.
in case you were wondering.
I, the Baroness, want you to follow CG.
I love G.I. Joe. Had tons of Joy. Had a ton of G.I. Joe toys and Barbies, and, you know, when I was a kid. But how, you know, AI, some of the stuff I'm seeing other people create with AI is fantastic. You do have to prompt the hell out of it still, right? Like a little bit of luck, a little bit of money, and a lot of typing. But you will get something that looks this good. It's great. Always trust your gut. 3 coffees, no breakfast, 14 hours screen time. I'm trying to get away from that, you know? I totally relate to this. I've a nicotine lozenge in right now, and like I said, I'm trying to cut back on my coffee. But yeah, trying to get away from this, but totally relate. Yeah, again, the AI art just looking great, and kind of the cyberpunk look. I don't understand why the girls with blue hair like myself and like nose rings. I think they look great. I don't know why they get so much flack. Yeah, just like this. Cyberpunk style. All the good girls, sound on.
Once the
Billie
water
Eilish.
starts to rise
Hot.
and heaven's out of sight, she'll want the devil on her team. All the good girls go to hell.
Just some cabin vibes. I love cabins. I love cityscapes too. But nothing like a good cabin. I would love one someday. This is hardwood. Love some good hardwood. Um I have a lot of browns in my house. I don't know. I get a little hate, but like when I see things like this, I don't know. I love browns. It's wood colors, it's earth tones. It's great. Got a wood over here. Yeah, same. Yeah, just really excited about the AI. This might not be. This just looks like First Ascendant, maybe. I think this is just First Ascendant. I think they dropped like new dances or something. And yeah, it's looking good, obviously. I think I'm gonna play First Ascendant on stream tonight. I just re-downloaded it and got it ready. Do you know what this is? I do, yeah. This is the Microsoft Xbox 360 Wi-Fi. Xbox 360, you had to get the external hard drive that snapped in, and you had to get the Wi-Fi card. Otherwise, it had Ethernet and very little hard drive. Yeah, like I said, trying to get away from wireless. I missed the Xbox 360 generation. Like, I was an Xbox person as a kid, and then I got out of video games for a little while. So to come back to video games and see how many great titles there are for the 360s, I visited a bunch of retro game shops and I've picked up a bunch of them for like $2 each, you know? $4 each? Hell yeah. Uh-oh, dirty one.
I love you. I love you.
Hey, bro. What are your Valentine's, bro? Me for the next 24 hours? Yeah.
I love you.
Looks like we got a trans VTuber here. Looks like a boy, right? Nerdy. Am I getting in trouble on YouTube? Margaret Qualley has been all over my feed for some reason. She's gorgeous. She was in that movie Substance with Demi Moore. It was really good. She looks great in it. There's so many tweets out there pitching her as a rogue in an X-Men movie. She'd make a great rogue. Yeah. Looks really thin here. Shadow Laro backside again for no reason. So this is Tomb Raider. Yeah, nothing like a toned back, huh? Hit a lot of thirst traps today. Sorry about that. I don't know how YouTube is gonna. I don't know if they're gonna like be okay with this or not. Margaret Qualley for the Odd Wad music video. Yep, more Margaret Qualley. I wonder if this just dropped. I should go look this up. Maybe that's why I'm getting so much of her on my feed. Maybe there's a new music video with her. She obviously looks great. Another mountain cabin. Love a good mountain cabin. Okay, sometimes I occasionally Google things and I'll tweet them out, you know, if they seem interesting. Describe the relationship between nicotine lozenges and cortisol. The relationship between nicotine lozenges and cortisol is characterized by the drug's role as a pharmaceutical stimulant of the body's stress response system. The intensity of this effect is often lower than that of combustible tobacco. So basically, nicotine's a stimulant, and stimulants will raise cortisol. Cortisol is kind of a stimulant as well. Basically, you have more energy, but you're also more stressed out. So, you have to manage your cortisol. You have to manage your stimulants. Basically, maybe not so close to bedtime. Nicotine actually has a lower half-life than caffeine, so you can have it later in the day. But just be careful. You're also, whenever you take a stimulant, you're setting your cortisol out of rhythm. And right now, I'm trying to set my cortisol back in rhythm. And mine's like, it's getting there because I've had a solid sleep routine lately, like the last week, pat myself on the back. But yeah, I prefer nicotine to caffeine as far as the feeling. I think very low doses, very, very, very low doses. Like, I take a lozenge and I cut it in half, and I don't use it for that long. Vaping is terrible for you. So is smoking. Terrible for your lungs. They're just gonna make you kind of. If your lungs aren't there, your stamina is gonna go down, right? All right. Not the worst post. Describe the relationship between cortisol and coffee. All right. Describe the relationship between cortisol and coffee. Coffee stimulates the release of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, by activating the hypothalamic pituitary adrenaline HPA axis. Consuming 80 to 120 milligrams of caffeine can spike cortisol by roughly 50%. So, right around 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. is your peak cortisol if you're in rhythm. What are you in rhythm with? Well, you should be in rhythm with the sun. You should have a reasonable sleep schedule. And 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., your cortisol will spike. So what you're supposed to do is, try to use that energy to be productive in some way. Maybe that's exercise. Maybe that's doing your YouTube stream, working. Try to get your kind of schoolwork, work done around 8 a.m. Try to use that cortisol in a positive way. For me, lately, I think I should be exercising right around 8:30 because my cortisol has been feeling high lately. I've been feeling stressed. So you're supposed to drink your coffee like 9:30, 10. And then you'll sort of keep your cortisol going, but it's also important not to drink too much, right? And you just got to feel it out. You just am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling stressed? You probably don't want to double dose your cortisol at 8:30. You probably don't want your peak with this caffeine effect right at 8:30 a.m. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe your cortisol's not getting it done for you. So maybe you want to, but probably not. All right. Don't know if this is just AI. It looks like a video game. I don't know. It's a really cool graphic. Again, I've just been really impressed with sort of digital art lately. Adorable. Happy Valentine's Day. Normalize never speaking to people after they disrespect you. Yeah, people these days kind of terrible, right? So if you really just shut people out, you're gonna have to either cycle friends very quickly or just have no friends, right? So I don't know. It's gonna be a context-based decision, right? Like, you can definitely let them know politely, but then that might backfire you and they're gonna just treat you even worse, right? Because now you've like insulted them in some way. Sometimes you really just gotta ghost them. It just depends on the situation. Sometimes you just gotta take it on the chin because that person's not really doing it on purpose. They're just an idiot. Never know. Another Margaret Qualley. I gotta go check out that music video because there's so much of her. You know, I'm guessing somebody just probably ripped her Instagram with these last couple bits. She's married to this guy. There's hope for everyone, boys. All right. I guess the joke is like he looks kind of like a nerdy white guy. I can understand experimenting with glasses like that as a guy would, but I don't know. Now he's stuck with that picture on the internet forever, right? She is quite attractive. Current favorite phrase: variable reward schedule. Variable reward schedule is an idea in psychology. Basically, take a slot machine, right? One of the reasons why it's addictive is because the randomness is addictive. You never know how much you're going to get paid back and when you're going to get paid back. So it just creates a very addictive behavior because you have to know, right? One more pull. You have to know. So variable reward schedule. It's also how doom scrolling works, right? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh, I love that one. Scroll, 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 scroll. Oh, I love that one. And you never know how much you're going to love it, right? So, variable reward schedule, that's how they get you. This hits hard. Blockbuster. I actually like the local, smaller rental stores, but Blockbuster definitely had his lord. It was a bit of expensive. That's my complaint. But yeah, love Blockbuster. Alexandra Daddario. Yeah, I don't even know Alexandra. I'm sure I've seen her in something. But I really only know her as like an attractive woman with a lot of pictures out there. Like to me, she's just an Instagram model. This looks like AI, huh? GameStop. It's not even her. I mean, somebody clearly messed with her bust. AI is getting very good, right? Like we can tell this is AI, but barely. Which means sometimes we can't tell, right? And we're just getting fooled. Like you just you don't know what you don't know. Like sometimes you're looking at images and they're probably AI and you just don't know it. This looks incredible. What year destroyed your mental health the most? Probably this past year. It's hard to pick. Since the pandemic, holy moly, I have gotten my mental health destroyed. 2025 was probably the shittiest year of my life. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Me thinking about that year. Yep. Yeah, yep. Hey, can't all be positive. Food Hub. Remove one thing from this plate. The juice. The pancakes. Both of them. I love juice and pancakes, but again, just like, it's a shame the bread in this country is terrible. Sure, you can make healthy pancakes. I've heard of protein pancakes. Maybe I'll give them a shot. Juice is really never good for you, even if it's like freshly squeezed. Still, it's you're not getting the fiber, right? Bacon, it's a processed meat. They say red meat gives you cancer. It's really processed meat that gives you cancer, right? They add in all kinds of chemicals for that really long shelf life. So this type of sausage, bacon, unfortunately, unless it's fresh off the farm, cut right in front of you, and you can find butchers like that. It's at the very least cancerous, and then the chemicals in it is probably making you fat. You know, eggs are great, strawberries great. I would love to eat this, but on a health kick. Sorry, gang. Sorry to be the Debbie Downer. It's more Alexandria Daddario. Not saying she's a vampire, but there are signs. Yeah, she doesn't look like she's aged. I'll go ahead and repeat that. Not saying she's a vampire, but there are signs. She looks a little thick over here, and honestly, almost better. Again, this one looks like AI. Hardwood. Love some hardwood. Friday, payday, wife is gone. Time for $35 at Taco Bell. Call people slurs on Xbox. Hey, I guess it depends on the slurs for me, and then Taco Bell. God, I would love to eat it. I'm just on a health kick. Wendy's used to be my favorite. Is this true? Wendy's closing hundreds of U.S. locations. I'm gonna Google that later. Wendy's was my favorite. What happened to the Wendy's near me? Um, the service got terrible during the pandemic. The kids just did not care. The kids working at that Wendy's were going to give you terrible food, not what you ordered, cold, smashed, everything about it wrong. Soda machine broken, served you seltzer water or no seltzer, syrup only. Like everything was messed up every time. You could not, they didn't care if you correct them. There was no manager working. So, unfortunately, that's what got me stopped going to Wendy's. Steak looks great. A little bit of onions in there. I'm not a fan of onions, but like in this situation, I'd probably eat a couple of them. Marinate it with that steak. Oh, probably tastes great. Fries, you can cook them at home, but any restaurant is probably gonna fry them in some terrible oil. What are you gonna do? Potatoes really aren't terrible for you. White potatoes, meh. Red potatoes better. Sweet potatoes are supposed to be the best. I like red potatoes better. The flavor of red potatoes. You can cook them healthy for sure. 1987 Millionaire's Office, 2024's Millionaire's Office. Yeah, that's about right. Wish I was a millionaire. Skyrim. That is all. It's great. A lot of food on the timeline. Yeah, again, AI or not. This one I'm gonna vote not AI. Just maybe some filters. Very attractive. Very attractive, Miss Cherry Crush. Very attractive. Pastels. Still in winter. Easter's coming up. Let's read some comments. She's talking about skills people should learn. Flying planes. There it is. Knowing when to shut up. Yep. Being polite. Alright, this one's obviously gonna be a little rough here. Oh, I gotta hide that. I wonder if YouTube's gonna catch me. Clearly art. You're supposed to be able to post that stuff. It's art form. Yeah, been there. I've been doing good with the sleep schedule, but if you're playing video games at night, it's just like they're so stimulating, they're so addictive. It just keeps you up. The eyes are funny. Yeah. This is what, the AT&T gal? Verizon? Forget. Again, the one on the right looks like AI to me. Obviously, like, very attractive curves. Found another way to get to Mars. This is not a real Elon Musk tweet. But, yeah, mushrooms. I'm not partaking, but I did when I was younger, and mostly good experiences. One or two bad ones. Don't, you know, start small. Traditionally, the dose is 1/8. Looks delicious. The bun's gonna be bad for you. The cheese is probably gonna be bad for you, right? Looks delicious. Also, looks delicious. Rate my cosplay. I don't know who this character is, but she's, she's got it. It's good to me. too much better than the original. I don't know, the original, you know, got the midriff, got low cut, so it's not like she's adding that in. Yeah, looks good. Blue hair like me. Is this gonna get me thrown off YouTube? Those poolside summer days are coming. Are you ready? I've been working out lately. Thirst trap, no thirst trap. You know, exercise is great. This is exactly why we pay for the internet. Looks good. So technically, because it's bone-in chicken, you're kind of making a bone broth, which is like really good for you. You're supposed to simmer it for like 12 hours. When I'm 25, I'm gonna buy my own house, buy my own car, and live my own life. Sarah, putting water in the shampoo bottle, right? That's the joke? Yep. A 73-year-old man killed his former classmate over a high school humiliation he carried for more than 50 years. Alright, they had hold a grudge, huh? That's the impressive part, right? Held a grudge for 50 years. I'm gonna read that one again for a clip. A 73-year-old man killed his former classmate over a high school humiliation he carried for more than 50 years. Killing's a bit far, you know? Probably better revenge than that. Probably something you can get away with, you know? I'm not a big revenge fan. Kind of a waste of time, but sometimes. Plenty of revenge movies out there, right? Alright, I don't know what I'd call this meme. I definitely just retweeted it because of the abs, you know? Goth girls making it onto the stream. Got some cool tattoos. Makeup really pops her eyes. Dudes are using old PSPs as a GPS for their cars. I think that's cool. I'll just say, I'm wondering how much work this took to set up. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I could put my time elsewhere, but it's also cool. I don't know. I like inventing new things. Reusing an old PSP, that's cool, I guess. Street Fighter 6. I cut some shorts of Street Fighter 6 recently, and they took off. They're getting a lot of views in Japan. This comment's kind of funny. I don't know. The jiggle, it's been getting better. The curves in video games are getting kind of outrageous. Like, have you seen Cammy recently? But, yeah, we got some good example of it right here. I'd say they're going unrealistic the other way, which is fine, but like, the curves are getting like impossible, you know? They're not real. Okay, just some cute digital art. I feel like it's been getting better and better, and there's more and more artists out there. Everybody's an artist, and there's just so much of it. And yeah, it looks good. These are cool. Dust corner covers. 6 years ago today, Robert Pattinson's Batsuit for the Batman was officially revealed. I gotta say, most Batman movies, pretty good, you know? Some, like the latest Marvel movies, they're dropping the ball, obviously, just cranking them out. Batman, they only use that IP like every 5 years, and it's usually well done. Robert Pattinson might even be my least favorite, but still pretty good. Yeah. Obviously, you can tell by my dress that I love tactical. And that's Batman, right? Sort of a stop motion.
My dog Iron Mike. Nope, a saw blade ain't gonna cut it either, bitch. Wham! Oh shit, Jason kinda ate that. Good thing Chef Tyson offers a fucking buffet. Dinner is served, asshole. Happy Friday the 13th, motherfucker. Holy shit, Jason ate all those fucking punches like the maggots eating his mom's rotting head. Mike, you better get the fuck out of there. That dumbass with swamp ass ain't going down. Wait, holy shit, Tyson's got Jason tangled in chains. Look at that footwork. Jason's swinging that blade like Stevie Wonder trying to swat a fucking
It's pretty good.
Not hitting a single fucking thing. Boom! Look at that ugly fucking face. Makes his mother's severed head look as sweet as Sydney Sweeney's milk. Speaking of big and round, Tyson, massive boulder in hand, spots a dehydrated Voorhees. Go chug some lake water in hell, you bloated, mutated fuck! Somebody get Tyson a title belt and a fucking towel, quick! Fuck! That scared the shit out of me! We've got a hell of a main event here at Camp Crystal Lake. Really? That machete ain't doing shit.
So, a couple things. Stop action. I believe this is called stop action. It's in the blurb right there. Stop motion. Stop motion is basically you get action figures and you rotate their body parts in the movement direction you want. You take a picture, go back in, rotate them again, take a picture, rotate them again, take a picture. I could never have the patience for that. This looks fantastic. But my question is, you could probably do a couple of pictures of those action dolls and then just have AI make this, right? That's what's gonna start happening, which is wild. Yeah, this was great. Really funny. Mike Tyson pre-jail was the toughest guy like on the planet, right? Just destroyed people bigger than him. Crazy to watch. Crazy backstory, crazy grown-up story. That's why people love him so much. Like, he's clearly old now. We saw him against Jake Paul. He had no legs. He could do like one round, but he didn't train legs enough. He's like almost 60 years old, so you know you're just not gonna have it. But yeah, Mike Tyson. That was pretty funny. Yeah, sorry, I'm actually pretty booked on Valentine's Day. This is funny. Bloody Mary for breakfast. Resident Evil 4 remake. Whiskey. Pizza plus beer. Resident Evil 4 remake plus vodka. Cry and shower. Yeah. I'm laying off the booze. Eating pretty healthy, but that's pretty much my Valentine's Day too. A little streaming. Are you this old? Just an old computer. It's a pretty old one, right? I couldn't even tell you what the cards going into the motherboard is. Processors are right here. So they got two processors. This is like a mainframe, almost. This is some kind of server. Those look like the RAM cards. Yeah, that's the RAM right there. Fan plus power supply, optical drive. I'm just getting into building computers, but yeah, I don't know if that old. I don't know what that computer is. Ooh, nice circuit diagram. Those are hard to come by these days. If we really want to zoom in, probably find that. Valentine's Day, what's your plan? Yep, I'm more of an Xbox guy. I have a PS3, PS2, PS1. Gonna bring them on the channel soon. I need a stimulant. Yeah, I know what they mean. I've been on the stimulants lately. Might get off them soon. I would love to have the energy without the stimulants, you know? Feeling great right now. Had a nicotine loss and just makes me talk like crazy. Wish I could do that without it. What are you gonna do? Life. I use my bar in my basement for bongs. Is weed healthier than alcohol? It depends who you are. Weed has its problems too. Both, you know. I've enjoyed both. Plenty of my time. Not saying no. A wifey combo. Yeah, good curves. Some more quote unquote athleticism. Thirst trap, aka thirst trap. Morning calisthenics while Kitty looks on. This takes a tremendous amount of strength and skill. I don't think it takes that much. I've been able to do this in my life. I could probably do it right now. The, it takes a lot of balance, but like, you could do this in like a month. She has a beautiful midriff. That takes a lot of work, for sure. Depending on how old you are. She looks pretty young. Looks great. A man driving in Norway accidentally spotted Tom Cruise on a train. Apparently he was filming Mission Impossible. Just amazing. That's pretty fun. The old video end picture.
Filma ikke når han vinka. Hei!
That's an older Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise. Say what you want about Tom Cruise, but that guy knows how to make a movie, right? Am I right? He can make a movie. "55 years have passed since the release of A Clockwork Orange, 1971. Kubrick gave us a chilling, deeply unsettling masterpiece. We have never seen anything like it. So here's what I'll say about Clockwork Orange. Great movie. Definitely worth a watch. Stanley Kubrick. Kubrick doesn't miss, right? He's just one of those directors. Everything he's pretty much done well. There's a scene in Clockwork Orange where they're kind of brainwashing him. They're like reconditioning him. And they strap him to a chair and then make him watch like television, make him watch certain images. And you know, how would they do that to you in modern life? I don't know. Lock you in your house during a pandemic and make you watch. What else would you do, right? You're gonna watch their programming, their TV. Ugh, boy to me. Tinfoil hat, huh? Another, Whaley? How it feels to talk to someone with the same interests as you, but you're insane about it, and they're normal. This is a clip from Substance, I'm pretty sure. She crushed that movie. Her and Debbie Moore. Yeah, it definitely is. Basically, it was some kind of drug that split you into two people. One much younger. But it kind of destroyed your older half. I guess it was like two people and they were sharing like talent. They were sharing like a inner, hard to say. Good movie. Yeah, recommend for sure. Substance. Raccoon City pre-rendered backgrounds recreated into more realistic animated version. Who else wants classic Resident Evil games remade to look like this? This is not official. It looks cool. You know, they have certain mods like this on the computer. I don't know. I'd love it if it was like easier to install and it was cheap. I'd probably want the original game first. I like the way video games look. If I played enough games that look like that, I'd probably like that too. Polish people naming their children, yeah. That's there's a couple languages out there that sound like this. Gaelic is one for sure. If you've ever seen Gaelic writing, it's like all consonants. Forever Young. Yeah. I wasn't a He-Man fan. Transformers for sure. Ghostbusters for sure. Turtles for sure. Yeah, for sure. Clearly an AI one, right? One of those AI generated. Been seeing this gal on the timeline a lot. Pretty cute outfit. Pretty good cosplay. Coffee and longevity. Does coffee add years to your life or take away years? Moderate coffee consumption is generally associated with adding years to your life and improving longevity rather than taking them away. Studies suggest that drinking 2 to 4 cups of coffee daily can lower the risk of early death, with potential to add up to 1.8 to 2 years lifespan. It's not that much. What I think happens with caffeine and coffee is basically caffeine makes you do stuff, and doing is healthier than not doing. So, like, the stimulant itself kind of raises your blood pressure, cuts blood flow to the brain, isn't necessarily good for you, but the act of doing, like, if it makes you get to the gym, if it makes you get on that walking board at home, that is healthy. So, probably would add years to your life. This is where it gets a little tricky. 2 to 4 cups is like not, that's like 1 mug of coffee. Like they call them cups, right? But 1 mug of coffee is like 3 cups. So that's where I'm at. I'm at 500 milliliters. I think I'm going to cut down to 400. Tummy freaks, midriffs. Midriffs have been on the timeline lately. Stretching for recovery and growth. This is yoga. And I need to get back to, yeah, these are all yoga moves. Yeah. Yoga's weird culture. I wish, especially suburban yoga, it's like very competitive. It's like what you'd expect catty cheerleaders girls to be, not like meditative, you know? Happy Valentine's Day. Some old school Mortal Kombat fatalities. Yeah, you had to go look these up on the internet, and like they were basically cheat codes. Like you'd share them at school. Like that's how this worked. Like you could never find the right website where the codes actually were. Like they only worked half the time. Um, it was old school Mortal Kombat. Nothing like it. Nothing like growing up with Sega Genesis in the '90s. Who misses Saturday mornings like this? Yeah, Saturday morning cartoons were great. The big one for me was X-Men. I wanted to see X-Men Mutants Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning. It was a huge thing. Ninja Turtles occasionally. They would have seasons, but then they would run the reruns. So like if it was a new season, like I was dying to watch Saturday morning cartoons. Kind of weird our schedules aren't run by TV anymore with the way streaming works, you know? Local man paralyzed after eating 413 chicken nuggets. So the limit is 412. Yeah, nice. Nice. Cute comment. I love chicken nuggets. I love Wendy's nuggets. Getting too old. I can't, gotta be healthy. Let's finish setting up OneDrive. Me wanting to keep my files offline, safe and organized. Yeah, fucking OneDrive, man. Like, I like that there is a cloud that I can integrate with Windows, but it's so forceful. Just kind of rapes your computer. Tube doesn't like that word, right? Alright, another fantastic animation. I'm a good girl, I promise. Let's hear the kind of music they got with it. The eyes, good grief, you know? Now, is this a video game? this like a VTuber character going virtual? Is this how is this generated? I'd love to know. Is this like Blender? Looks stunning. AI. Yeah, it's getting good. Hilarious. This image is a war crime. Has this ever happened, drunk or sober? Yeah, obviously, too heavy for that robot. That's cute. It's a cute idea. Something you'd see in an actual cartoon. Which potion would you drink? Stay young forever. Breathe in the sea. Become invisible anytime. $10 million cash. Time travel anywhere. Maybe I would stay young forever. If you can stay young forever, you're immortal. If you're immortal, you could kind of do the rest, right? You could at least get rich, Infinite number of years, you're young, have the energy. You can get rich. Mindset that built Tom Cruise's $6 million empire. Let's hear it.
And that's what I do. I don't just sit there and
Come on.
just have to write down your dream and then write down a list of how do you accomplish that. What do I need to do? What do I need to learn to be able to accomplish those goals? And that's what I do. I don't just sit there and worry about it. I just start doing it. And I'm training people, and I'm training myself. I'm going to learn how to crawl before I walk before I jog before I run before I sprint, and then I sprint out of a plane or off a cliff before I do that. So, and don't be so worried if you're afraid. It's like, okay, I feel it. It's like, that's fine. Just keep working through it. Really, the fear you feel is...
So first part of what he's saying, basically journaling, to-do listing, totally agree, 100%. The one thing I'll say about Tom Cruise, easy to say when you've got like 500 Scientology assistants, right? He has free slavery. He can do anything he wants. Yeah, he writes a list, people do it for him. Yeah, no kidding. I'm sure, he's obviously a fantastic producer, fantastic director. He looks fantastic for his age. He keeps himself healthy. He's fantastic, but like, it's just like a lot easier for somebody like that to say, If he has like a problem in his life, he can get rid of it. All right, this one was goofy. Co-op PvP 5 vs 5. I don't want to get into it, but whatever. There are definitely men's locker rooms in public schools like this. This is Friday the 13th for NES. I had this when I was a kid. Pretty popular game. I remember even this was scary. I could never do horror games as a kid. I can do them now, but it has to be during the day. Like, it can't be at night. This was a fun game. You'd basically walk into houses and, like, you'd get murdered. Kmart. I had a cow door near my house. Kmart was the better store, but cow door was like 2 blocks away. Took this for granted. Yeah, some pizza, Doritos, PS2, Need for Speed Underground. I mean, you can still do this. So, box fan. I have a bunch of those box fans around my house. I think he's got a DS there. The portable phone. Portable phones are funny. Booting up an original Xbox on launch day.
Oh, you're gonna blow up the TV.
Booting up the Xbox for the first time felt like turning on a nuclear reactor. Just going through the setup process in the system's UI felt dangerous.
Pretty cool, huh?
I was taking my time, soaking it up. This was a brand new console, and I was going to spend the next 5 to 6 years of my life with this thing. We were getting acquainted with one another.
Xbox video game system. I'm like,
So that controller is called the Duke. I still have one. I love them. I have like 3 original Xboxes. I love the original Xbox. They don't scale to HDMI, right? That didn't come until the 360. So you have to use the retro tank. I don't have a retro tank. I plan on getting one. A little pricey. Love the Duke. They make Duke controllers for modern consoles too. I think it's I forget the name of the company. Retrokin? Yeah. Great machine. It's the first console that was very much computer. The only thing that I'd say I don't like about the Xbox is it's CD-ROM, and all those Xbox games, they're basically end of life hardware-wise. The CD-ROMs are starting to disintegrate. Like some of them just can't be saved. If you like clean them, they just start literally like falling apart, like disintegrating in your hand. Which, whatever. They can all be emulated and whatnot. Almost all those games are out there one way and another. A lot of them are on the Xbox. Like a third of them you can kind of find on the 360 or the Xbox One, Xbox Series. A creator hired 3 interns to spam AI-generated videos across 150 TikTok's accounts. Their current monthly income is $37,000. I'm sure this would work. I'm sure it would work. You would have to pay for the AI that you're using, and you'd have to get really good at using it. I don't know how many like videos you could create a day if you got good at it. Like how many shorts you could create a day if you got really good at it. Probably like 10. If you want to kill yourself, probably like 20. But I'm sure this would work. It's just a matter of kind of setting it all up. This looks like an advertisement, right? Huh. Alright, nothing too good for stream here. Might call it a day on that. Been streaming for an hour and 6 minutes. That's my sort of daily TikTok review. But these are comments, I think. Yeah, that's why. Alright, we'll keep going. Who wants to be friends? Open to everyone, VTuber or not. VTubers are adorable. I was gonna say, Foxy here is adorable. I'm gonna add some accessories to my gal here soon. I'm gonna make a couple more too. Nicolas Cage was so intense and completely immersed in his character that even Travolta couldn't believe it. That's Face Off. Good movie. Solid movie.
You alright?
From what I understand, Nick Cage takes big swings, does some drugs, which also makes him take big swings. So, that's why we love him, because some of his characters are just, he's not afraid to go for it.
You alright?
Yeah. Oh no, it's great.
Travolta's another actor, just great. He was on the outs for a while there, I guess. He's also a Scientologist, I think. Great actor though. That's a pretty cool idea.
House is pushed back. Pistons locked, steel legs unfold.
This is how you know home building in America and Japan, from what I understand, it's kind of rigged. Like, apparently Europe used way better building materials. Our houses in America are built for about 50 years. From what I understand, in Japan, it's even worse. This, like, it looks complicated and expensive, but you could do, like, a stilt setup like this for pretty cheap. You don't have to use hydraulics that are that good. And that's kind of how you know, they want your house to get flooded, so you have to rebuild it. You know, go employ some more people. This is accurate. We were kind of talking about this before. Video game and digital art curves are getting outrageous. I'm not complaining, but yeah, this is a very real phenomenon. I'm gonna kind of repeat that so I can clip it. This is a very real fact happening in video games and digital art. I like it. I'm fine with it, but the curves are getting ridiculous. The VTubers aren't helping. Like the jiggles, even on a quick setup like I did. But it's not, I like it. It's just, it is crazy. It is crazy. They're both kind of unrealistic, right? Like two different versions of unrealistic. Gaslighting you, babe, you're crazy. That's not even a word. It's funny because like she's gaslighting him about gaslighting. It's good. It's awful. It's good. Manipulation. Great. Love it. This is funny. We've all been here. It's adorable. You're just starving and it smells great and you've been waiting for this food for how long? Ugh. My mom used to do this to me all the time. Like, way over microwave something. Tell the goth girl that you're down for whatever. I see images like this. I don't know. I must be in the wrong cities or something. Where are these girls? I think I replied to this. People that stop taking alcohol, what did you replace it with? Rotating other directions. Hobbies. Masturbation, video games, YouTube, motorsports, exercise. The key is to pick hobbies that are good for you. Also, think about if you can do them as you get older. Another consideration, a bit trickier. Could you make money doing it? The thing about making money doing it is you might start hating it. But regardless, yeah, I love hobbies. I love my hobbies. This was awesome. I'm gonna start making art like this. This is hilarious. It's like motorized scooter. I gotta think, I've been getting a lot of Japan views on my YouTube, and I gotta think like they're making some of these, right? It's just, I can watch that for like another 10 minutes. Oh, these are getting outrageous. Slow motion test with ByteDance new video model Seed Dance. So ByteDance is the company that owns TikTok. So this is their AI video. It's cool. Oh, I forgot. I have a matrix effect. I gotta start using that. A CRT effect.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
It's good. So again, this is ByteDance's, the company that owns TikTok. It's their new video AI. They have a new slow motion effect. And I'm using my matrix effect.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
We drink, we fuck, we watch old movies in your apartment. Sounds fucking awesome. Hacker search engines. Turbocharger airflow.
High speed. This rotation drives the compressor. Engine exhaust gas enters the turbine and spins it at high speed. This rotation drives the compressor on the other side. The compressor pulls fresh air, compresses it, and sends it through the intercooler. Cooled, dense air enters the intake manifold, allowing more fuel to burn and producing more engine power. Engine exhaust gas enters the turbine and spins it at high speed. This rotation drives the compressor on the other side. The compressor pulls fresh air, compresses it, and sends it through the intercooler. Cooled, dense air enters the intake manifold, allowing more fuel
So, I'll
to burn
let's play
and
this.
producing.
Okay, basically how turbos work are you're pulling in fresher, colder air, and it's forcing it into the engine, which means a bigger combustion. It's almost like running better fuel, if you consider the air part of the fuel, air-fuel ratio. Turbos generally start a little bit after the engine gets going because they're powered by the engine, and then in turn they make the engine power faster. That fan that you're seeing spin, it is it's a whistle. It has a whistling noise, and you can hear it. So you can hear it kick on as you're driving. The turbo whistle. It's kind of famous. But so yeah, the upside of these is you get more horsepower, better fuel efficiency from a smaller engine. The downside is because of the bigger explosion, your engine will probably not last as long because you're kind of beating it up with a bigger explosion. The turbos are pretty cool. Superchargers, they push air in and they suck it out. So that's the difference between a turbocharger and a supercharger. Again, both shorten the engine lifespan, but you get like a lot more horsepower, like considerable more. Alright, well, this is just, more of that curvy digital art. This is disgusting. I don't know who would enjoy this, huh? Megan Fox was always my favorite. Gay girls, straight boys, bisexuals, pansexuals, she had us all in one chokehold. Yeah. Yep. One thing about Megan Fox, if you ever get a close-up of her feet, she has weird toes. Go look at it, and you'll see what I mean. John Wick meets Neo. All has gone too far. More AI.
John, I need your help. Who are you? And why do you look like me? Are you here to kill me for the high table? No, John. It's far more complicated than that. Whoever you are, I don't believe you. John, just hear me out. We don't have much time.
This is like
Stand down, John. I
getting
don't
me
want to
wet.
fight you.
I obviously love Keanu Reeves. Oh, Terminator's in the show. What is happening?
Is he with you? No.
Alright, that was delicious. I wonder what I can say on YouTube. I have no idea. What game should I play this Valentine's Day? Alright, shout out to Lady Gamers. What a mess. I'll tell you, sometimes I get cluttered. I never get, like, garbagey. Like, that's disgusting. Get over her! Another, Mortal Kombat Valentine's Day. Adorable. Get over her! Get over here. Right? That's what he just says. Hilarious. I'm not built for work. I'm built for reading articles and knowing useless facts. Holla! Damn! They got me. Evil destroys even itself. Aristotle. Yeah, I mean, probably. That's fun. Old CRT monitors. Parts of a computer. Hot art. I love analog stuff. Apparently, the radiation is worse. Not the wireless, but just like the electronic radiation is like pretty heavy. Modern stuff, lower energy usage, lower radiation in that sense, but the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is terrible for you. Being a loser might just be a phase to you, but it's actually a lifestyle for me, you poser. Yeah. Feeling that one, huh? 15 kilowatt off-grid solar system. Let's go. So, the way solar works, let's just look at it. Solar panel, controller, battery AI, off-grid inverter. So, basically, the battery pack's right here. It's saying 8 units. In between the solar panel, which generates the electricity, there's going to be what they're calling a controller. Basically, it's making sure the voltage doesn't go too crazy and burn out your batteries. You ever see like a Jackery? It goes like solar panels, right to battery pack. There is going to be like a transistor in there, some sort of modifier in there, protect your battery pack. From the battery, you have the inverter. An inverter goes from what's called DC to AC. DC is direct current, and that's what batteries run on. And that's how your car starts, anything battery powered, direct current, which means the current runs from the positive terminal to the negative terminal in one direction. When you swap it to an inverter, you're taking that electricity and you're turning it into AC, alternating current, which means the power runs back and forth. Both sides pulse power. And that's why you can flip plugs in your house and they'll still work because alternating current doesn't matter as much. It rarely matters. Direct current, like your car battery, it absolutely matters. The negative and positive terminal absolutely matters. Like batteries in a remote control, same thing. Positive and negative absolutely matter. Okay, the meter, it's energizing your power. And then you have kind of what you would call outlets here. All right, it really is that simple. And this stuff is getting cheap, especially on the secondhand market. Solar power. I dream of a big off-grid solar panel system. Humans are designed to create. This is why you get depressed when all you do is consume. Yeah, that's why I started a YouTube channel. I was sick for a little while, and I'm getting my energy back, and I'm sick of consuming. I want to start creating. Let's do it. Let's do it, fam. TRRS audio plug. So this is the 3-stripe one, so it has the mic. Some of them are like 2-stripe ones. They don't have the mic. I would just call this a 3.5 millimeter audio plug. These were the standard for years. They're solid. I don't know why we ever changed them. I guess they're just like analog. I don't know. Now everything's moving to USB-C. These are still out there. Pretty solid. God's Girl Love is like no other. This is funny. Nice throw.
Get away, you freak!
Yeah. So staged. She's cute. I'm sure they're already dating. I just doubt, this is like, she don't have the balls. Do that randomly. Catwoman and Batman Arkham City. I've played this. I've played Catman. This is like, game of the year, of the decade. Batman Arkham City. The animation is just getting me. It's so good. Cat ears. Are they cat ears or are they fox ears? Raccoon ears? Cat? I'm gonna guess that means what? What? Jesus. It's getting too good. Digital animation is getting too good. Up there in the picture. The picture's hilarious. It's her in the picture. I don't put my phone in, Don't let your phone in the bedroom. Don't let you put your phone in the bedroom. Bedroom should be empty. No electronics in the bedroom. 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 So good. Digital animation is out. Crazy. That looks like First Descendant. I'm gonna play that a little later. Alright. We went an hour and 25 minutes. I'm getting a little tired. I'm gonna sign off here. This was a really good session. I'm gonna try to do this every day. Most days. Alright. See you, gang.